What sells in a car today is onboard tech. Indian consumers just love tech. In fact, we are one of the biggest markets for it. And cashing in on this is a company called MapMyIndia, which had a humble start just producing maps, but now it's grown into a full tech play. And talking to me about this, we have Rohan Verma, who's the CEO and Executive Director of MapMyIndia. Rohan, thanks for talking to us. So, just looking first at, the whole explosion in tech, onboard tech, it seems to be something which you guys are trying to tap into. So just what's the opportunity out there?
Thanks so much, Hormazd. It's a privilege to talk to you. You're absolutely right. See, automotive has gone through this journey of what is called CASE, connected, autonomous, shared, and electric. And what MapMyIndia has been building is what we call N-CASE, navigation-led connected tech, ADAS and autonomous tech, shared mobility tech, and electric mobility tech. And really, it's recognizing that the consumer, as you said, wants great technology that can help make their drives connected, convenient, safe, greener or more efficient, and also more personalized or social. And so all the pieces of maps or technology that we are building and all the innovation we are building in the navigation systems, in our GPS tracking or dash camera systems or ADAS systems, or in our infotainment systems or our electric mobility tuned software is towards addressing the needs of consumers through our Mappls app, which is a free consumer facing app, which is a great Swadeshi alternative to Google, whether it's through our Mappls gadgets, which give the latest technology to any car or bike owner, regardless of whether it was an expensive car or bike that they bought or an entry level, as well as our OEM solutions, which go built in with the vehicle to advance the state of the art for OEMs.
Right. But, looking at your journey, as I said, a simple, humble navigation device, we've moved on from that. So I'll just ask you, put it bluntly, is it now because Google has been such a giant, you have to out-Google Google with added services? Is that really the focus, giving the kind of more curated experience, the better look and feel? And is that what consumers are wanting now?
Absolutely. See, the advantage Google had obviously is that they preloaded Google Maps on every Android phone. And so even if we look back at those times of 2007, 8, 9, Google Maps was very basic, had many issues. But just by the sheer ability to preload it, people thought of it as the de facto app or de facto map. But we at MapMyIndia never stopped innovating. In fact, I think if you look at our Mappls app, you'll find so many more features. For example, if you're approaching a flyover, we will give you a 3-dimensional junction view. So you can see whether you have to climb the flyover or avoid the flyover. Now, in a country like India, where so many accidents happen because you just missed the flyover.
Absolutely right. In fact, that's a great point. So many times you really don't know, even when you enlarge Google Maps, do you need to take it, not take it? And sometimes you realize you should have taken it and not taken it. So what you're saying is you give literally a 3D elevated view of it.
That's exactly correct. And the other thing, for example, is speeding. Overspeeding is a big cause of accidents. Now we tell you for every road as you're navigating what the current speed limit is and what speed you are driving at. As well as we tell you speed breakers ahead, sharp curves ahead, and even where speed cameras are. And the whole idea is for you to get informed and self-regulate your speed. And we think that can also help save so many lives.
Right. And, just coming to, let's say the opportunity. We've got roads which are coming. Highways are being developed. Clearly big enabler for more navigation services and products.
Yeah, I mean, this is phenomenal work the government is doing in terms of just building out great roads, great infrastructure. That coupled with great cars, great bikes means that for us as consumers, stepping out, traveling, going on driving holidays or riding holidays is just becoming something so easy to do. And so what the opportunity for us as MapMyIndia is that, in the Mappls app, for example, we tell you where the charge stations are. Through our partnership and our own additional new product, Mappls Kogo, we tell you all the best new places to discover and what driving routes to take that other really cool travelers and community leaders have taken. So just this whole discovery of new places to go, when we give that through our products, consumers can benefit from it and we can benefit from it.
Right. And just looking at some of the products you have, I mean, I think you've got, you're even doing your own AVN devices here, which I mean, your own, to be honest, do people retrofit this? I mean, is there an issue with, let's say maybe warranties and stuff like that? I mean, how do you get around this? I mean, what really is the market for this?
So the way we look at it is we work with the OEMs at the very beginning to build the state-of-the-art N-case tech into the car. Right. So what that means is a new generation OEM who's coming out with a connected vehicle, we give them embedded, connected online navigation services inside their AVN, plus in their companion app, we give them very interesting technology, so you can not just remotely monitor the car, but you can push a navigation destination.
And it's got its own SIM as well.
And it's got its own SIM. Now, but there are so many vehicles on the road which don't yet have the state-of-the-art tech.
Right.
Those cars are 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old.
Right.
So why should that car not get upgraded? And so consumers really, there's a big market out there and it's so portable. Yeah. It's so easy to kind of install.
And quite slim.
Yeah, and quite slim. It's like a tablet that you fit into the dashboard. So we think there's a big market for people to retrofit or upgrade their existing car, while of course we work with the OEM so that the new vehicles become cool on the quotient.
Right. And obviously, what is the potential for dash cams? I don't know whether people want it or I don't think sometimes I'm not sure whether the OEMs want it again from an insurance perspective or what, but it's something that I guess from insurance, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, we think that this is going to be a phenomenal product for the market because, just being able to monitor the video or either of the front view of the car or the inside of the cabin. And so MapMyIndia's Car Eye dash cam basically has a dual camera, 4G enabled connectivity. Now this gives you complete peace of mind. If your family or loved ones are traveling or your driver is driving the car and you are sitting anywhere, they are anywhere, you can see what's exactly going on with the car. If an accident happens, anybody can know whose fault it is.
That's the most important.
That's the most important thing. So it also kind of, I think by looking at it, then thieves will also be worried about kind of stealing a car because they're already captured on the camera even before they attempt to do something.
Right, a bit like Tesla's Sentry mode, which has cameras all around.
That's exactly correct. So, I mean, it's absolutely makes sense for every car owner to have this. And as you said, it helps the insurance companies also because they can settle claims more accurately. They have to pay out when it's not the person's fault, and they don't have to pay out when it's the person's fault. So I think this brings transparency, peace of mind. There's a piece of tech that every car owner must have.
Right. One thing I want to ask you, Rohan, is looking at all these devices, and to be honest, a lot of them are retrofitted. Is that sometimes an impediment with consumers? And do you think the focus now is to work with OEMs to at least offer it as an optional fitment which is already integrated into the car?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, MapMyIndia's 40% of our business comes from the built-in with OEMs. Right. So we go from the factory, and obviously that's the most seamless experience. Right. But
people don't want wires hanging and all.
But 10% of our business comes from the aftermarket. Right. And there also we work with the OEMs to provide these as approved genuine accessories, where there's a whole kind of installation manual. It is done keeping in mind the electricals of the car, and we have a pan-India service network, so 200, 300 cities covered, and then people can travel kind of from those cities. Our team can travel to help people with installation or maintenance. So I think we've, as a brand, as a product experience, and as a company, we've covered the gamut of from OEM to aftermarket for consumers, for their private use, as well as fleet owners. The same thing is phenomenal for taxis or trucks. So you're absolutely right. Different segments have different needs, and I think we as a company are trying to cover all of them.
Right. And, just winding down, looking at the future, obviously looking at the growth of our car market, growth of our roads, the fact that we are a very digitally savvy consumer. I mean, these three factors, I think growth potential must be phenomenal. And from what I see is only competition really, to be honest, in a sense, is Google. There's nothing local at all. Great opportunity, few challenges, but I think overall, the growth potential is huge.
Yeah, I think even in terms of technology, we can clearly say, and we haven't even talked about MapMyIndia's metaverse and real view and 3D kind of mapping.
And all the AR, VR stuff you do.
AR, VR stuff. I mean, imagine you're sitting in the back seat, your driver is driving a road, but you are experiencing Leh Ladakh through the Mapples app, as if you were driving that road. So we honestly believe in terms of technology, MapIndia is no less than a Google. In fact, it's far ahead on many counts.
Right.
The government's geospatial guidelines also restrict foreign entities from doing these advanced mapping. So in that sense, we have a leg up in the future.
Right.
And at the end of the day, even companies like Google have Indian talent. So who's to say that Indian companies cannot outcompete? It's very much possible.
Right.
And it's very much possible doing it in India. If you look at the digital transformation India is doing in fintech, in biometrics, it's far ahead of the West. So even in mapping, we believe the state of the art is Swadeshi. And it's just a matter of mindset to get people to be aware and start appreciating. And I think whatever love we are getting from the consumers, from the OEMs, from guides like you, mentors like you, is based on the merit of our technology.
Right. Well, getting a lot of love from consumers, OEMs, clearly, I think the future is fantastic as we all hit the roads in new cars, in cars that are designed for long distance driving, more powerful cars. There is a certain comfort you get from navigation. None of us can work without navigation, and with services and products that you are enabling, better, let's say a more comfortable, a more safe experience. I think it's just a matter of time when consumers just adapt to, let's say, these sort of technologies. Thanks very much, Ron.
Thank you,
and wish you all the
Hormazd.
best.
Thank you always.
Thanks.